Wespath has submitted quite a number of petitions to the General Conference. This was done in 2019. We know things have changed. Context has shifted a little bit since then. We've resubmitted several petitions to update them. But what our board has encouraged us to do is really focus on a few key priorities for the sustainability of the denomination, for the sustainability of our retirement programs for those who we serve. So we really kind of have four focus areas. Number one are the petitions that amend the benefit plans. Some of the benefit plans, particularly for U.S. clergy, can only be amended by the General Conference. So we've submitted proposals to close the current pension program. That's a very important step in the sustainability of the benefit support for clergy in the United Methodist Church, a church that has been shrinking for many years and a church that has gone through some recent disruption. So closing the pension plan, which is called the Clergy Retirement Security Program. It's been in place since 2006. We're closing that. Doesn't mean terminating it, but closing it to new service, new accruals. Establishing a new pension program called Compass, and I can talk about that more in a little bit about its design and how it will work, but it's essentially an account balance only plan, a dollar balance plan where the dollars belong to the participant and it's not a guaranteed lifetime income. So those two go hand in hand. The third amends the main welfare program, the disability and death benefit program for clergy called the Comprehensive Protection Program. An amendment just to bring some of the provisions up to speed and to tie the assets of that plan to pension support down the road if it's needed, again, to support the sustainability of the denomination. And there's one other plan provision that we're proposing to close the retirement plan for general agencies and allow agencies to rely solely upon the discretionary plan, the personal investment plan. The second focus area is amendment authority to the plan. As I just described, the General Conference has the sole authority to amend the clergy benefit plans. That's because they are connectional plans, although they only apply to those in the United States, which is a reason we also support regionalization, which I can talk about a little bit later as well. But we're proposing a petition that would allow Wespath's Board of Directors, which is elected by the church, to amend the benefit programs for U.S. clergy between general conferences in certain limited circumstances, where there's a beneficial change in federal law, for instance, that would allow matching contributions to be put in a plan where a person is making a student loan repayment. We couldn't do that without the General Conference unless the conference approves this petition, which would allow us to do these things that might not add cost or reduce benefits, but that could allow us to take advantage of favorable changes in law. The third area of focus is on our board of directors. Most of the general agencies since 2012 have reduced the size of their boards of directors. We still have one of the larger boards in the church, 32 members. We're proposing to reduce that to 25, a little more in line with best nonprofit industry practices, a little bit of cost savings, but it would also rebalance our ability to add a few more directors from our nominating committee, which is where we source folks with actuarial expertise, investment management expertise, knowledge and background in law, benefits, human resources, those sorts of things. It also, that petition encourages us to strive for a level of diversity, equity, and inclusion in our board of at least 30% women and persons of color. And then the last area of focus is a petition we've submitted to strengthen our commitment to engagement on protecting the climate and protecting human rights in our investment philosophy. That would amend paragraph 717. There are other proposals to amend that petition, which I can talk about a little bit later, but our approach strengthens our commitment to engaging the largest carbon emitters in which we invest, to change their trajectory to a more sustainable future, to a lower carbon economy, through our voice as a responsible investor.